chairman of America First Policy Institute and former NFL player, and my good friend, Jack Brewer. Jack, thank you for joining the Pulse this evening. I don't know where to start. I mean, we lost one of our really good friends. Obviously, we were just in Arizona for Charlie's memorial service, which was incredible. And now there's another shooting today already. How did we get here? And does the Republican Party, the conservatives, do they actually play a responsibility at all in how the left has gotten so dangerous?
I mean, the rhetoric of the left wants you to believe that, all of a sudden now they want to continue to talk about both sides. I'm tired of hearing the both sides. The Word of God tells us that there's light and there's darkness, right? And darkness will never overcome light. And so this is a dark party that we have before us. It's a dark philosophy, and their ideals are dark. When they start to really empower mental health issues, they empower people to believe that they can change their sex and gender and all this. They've gotten so just focused on choice that they've forgotten about righteousness, and they've abandoned righteousness. And that's why you see so much sin and evil and hate coming from their doctrine, because they're actually encouraging, they're motivating, and they're brainwashing people that don't have the mental capacity to make their own decisions. They're brainwashing them, and the results are these assassination attempts, these murders, these folks writing on shells of bullets. I mean, what in the world is that? Messages on bullet shells before you go out and commit heinous crimes. This is all coming from the left. And we need to stop talking about the both sides argument and start focusing on how we strongly address, criminally address these motives of the left.
Yeah, it's not both sides. It is light and dark. It is good and evil. And hopefully Americans are seeing that clearer now than ever. Since Charlie's memorial, which was so incredible, it seems like there's an awakening taking place in the hearts and minds of people that were on the sideline, that were just like, I'm not into politics, and maybe they didn't really go to church, and now they're buying Bibles. Now they're going to church. Churches are flooded all over the nation. It seems like it is the silver lining. We know Charlie's in heaven. We know we'll see him again, those of us that have faith and believe in the Bible. What else do you think positive, or what have you been hearing that's been happening from and since Charlie's murder?
It's all prophecy. Charlie was a great prophet sent to us by God. And so when he named his organization Turning Point, that was God speaking through him. And the prophecy happened, right? We have seen the turning point in America where the revival was sparked. His assassination now, like my good friend said, he's more powerful now than he ever was on earth. His voice is louder from heaven than it ever would be from earth. And that was the words of the great military hero, Mark Geist. And so we're witnessing right now a revival. Young people are coming to Jesus. Families are coming to Jesus. People that called themselves atheists are now going to church. And it's not happening, by the dozens. It's happening by the thousands and the tens of thousands and the hundreds of thousands. And now millions of Americans have come closer to God after this assassination. And so he is a martyr. He is someone who was sent to us by God. We should respect him as such and respect what he stood for. He stood for the root causes of all the things that we're talking about. He stood for family. He stood for righteousness. He stood for a nation that turned their back on sin and looked towards doing what's really just and really right through Christ's eyes, not through the eyes of identity and politics and all of these things. He used politics as just his platform to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. And I think that's something that so many people have learned to hear. So many of our politicians, of our elected officials, standing boldly and proudly, many for the first time, in declaring the gospel of Jesus Christ to the world was absolutely incredible. And I think it has become the turning point in this nation. I think we are on the path of pursuing Jesus and pursuing Christ. And that's why the devil's mad. That's why you see so much stuff going on right now. And as Christians, we have to stay strong in this season. We have to speak louder in this season. And we have to hold the devil accountable because we serve a just and righteous God.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Jack, I couldn't have said it better myself. God bless you. I appreciate you. I love you so much. Thanks for joining the Pulse tonight.